Like if they go 60 wins, championship, and then 60 wins and finish the one seed.
Well, put your money where your mouth is.
Tasty Fruity.
Coach of the year.
Nick Nurse.
That's a good one. I actually just looked at that and I was like, oh, you know what? Nick Nurse would be a good one.
Double figures. I'll take Nick Nurse.
That could be a good one.
The other one is Mike Budenholzer
Yep.
for the Suns.
I'm just going to go one which is really obvious, but the price is just wrong.
Yeah.
Joe Mazzulla.
Of course you are.
Pistol, if they get the one seed again and they 60 wins again, Coach of the Year has always been about
He's way down the list too of those.
so far down the list.
Wrong.
That is wrong.
Yeah.
Like we've seen so many times in the past where Coach
But
of
they
the Year,
have to be the clear number one. Like they have to
correct.
dominate.
60 wins again. If they have back-to-back 60-win seasons, the narrative's going to be too strong.
Yeah.
Like if they go 60 wins, championship, and then 60 wins and finish the one seed
Well, put your money where your mouth is.
At $17, I will.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Again, it's hard because that's the only thing that'll get him there. Whereas some other teams like if Budenholzer finishes, if they get top 2 seed and like they get a 60,
You think that's enough for Phoenix?
50, it's a new coach coming in. What happened last year? Those narratives are a little stronger than.
But I always feel like it takes the second season before a Coach of the Year actually wins what they're supposed to win. Like it's always the following year that they win it.
Nick Nurse.
Yeah, fair. All right.
But the odds are they're terrible.
Yeah.
They're terribly wrong for Joe Mazzulla. As much as I just
it's 17 silly.
your Boston
17 silly.
it's a disdain on my life. But it is silly.
Oh boy, you're gonna be mad when they go back to back.
Not a chance. I always love a Dabble with the clutch player of the year because it is just so random.
It's so hard. Like
But SGA, like you get the same price for all the superstars because you just don't know.
exactly, and it's just who's gonna play in the most clutch games. Like that's probably the only thing
I had
that'll
Anthony
disqualify
Edwards last year, and
the thing that'll disqualify SGA is that they might blow out too many.
So maybe
teams.
it's Anthony Edwards then.
It might be. They're the type of team that would play in a lot of close games. Yeah, that's a fair shout. I have no real opinion there.
No, it's hard. Yeah, I mean, you're not doing any analytics really to kind of figure that one
exactly.
out. It's just such a random award.
All right, my favorite award, like genuinely my most bet on futures award, most improved. Who wins that? Because Wemby's favorite at $7, and like let it be known now,
He was already good last year.
no player has ever won most improved in their sophomore year.
Whoa.
Ever. So Wemby, favorite. Jalen Johnson,
Nah.
$9.
No, he was good last year.
Evan Mobley,
No.
and then your boy Josh Giddey.
I've called that on the trade.
I know you did. Yeah,
if
yeah.
Zach LaVine gets traded, that's coming ridiculously
because
in.
he's going to average
What's
like
he at?
15, 8, and 8.
What's he at?
$11.
But especially if LaVine gets traded too, that volume scoring wise is going up even more.
Like if
But
Levine gets traded, he could legit average 18, 8, and 8.
because otherwise
That's
they've
crazy.
got Ayo, Kobe, Lonzo, right?
Yeah.
So there's going to be, he's still going to play a whole lot,
Yeah.
but he'll try to facilitate more than just score.
Yeah.
I called it in the trade. I said he's going to win most improved player.
Yeah. Yeah, he could
The
do.
LaVine trade has to happen. It just has to.
It has to. It's just like when and for who and where, basically. Like the Bulls are the type of team that'll just kick the can down the road and wait till trade deadline day.
Yeah. And then just say, screw it. We tried all we could. Let's just
Yeah,
get it.
yeah.
We'll take a washing machine.
Exactly. Yeah. One that I like for most improved, that ticks a lot of boxes in terms of traditional fit, in terms of the timeline of his career and the type of jump he could make, is Kuminga.
I always thought that. Does he have it in him for a whole season? He has no choice this year, to be
He
fair.
has to. Like, he has to
No
become
Clay. He's.
their second scorer. Like, it's literally black
But
and
what's
white.
the jump then? Like, what do you want to see? All-star.
Yeah.
There's going to be enough eyes on him. You need eyes to be able to become an all-star
Yep.
too. So
Yep.
it's not a bad one. Not a bad
Yep.
shout.
Other than that, like, there's not a lot that jumps off the page for me at the moment. Generally speaking, historically speaking, it's a player who is in their third or fourth season, who is a first-time all-star, and who increases their scoring statistics by roughly 4 points a game.
So that could hurt Giddy, all-star wise.
Yeah.
If the Bulls are,
Yeah, but also it's the
rebuild.
East, so there's not a lot of guards.
he's going to get the Australian votes. I'm going to vote for him. But again, if Levine's out, I think he's an all-star. Like he's an all-star potential. If
I
Levine
think-
goes.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.